What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
What is going on, everybody? Hopefully, guys are doing well out there. That is right. We are back again here on Sports Card Radio. We are back here live with the fired up chat, going crazy for the Donald Trump, going crazy for the. I tell you what, if you're bidding on, Donald Trump and Oprah Winfrey items, you literally don't give a crap about anything other than making money on signed items. Because
you know what else I have a bid on?
What?
I'll show you.
Oh, Will Grier.
I wish.
Looks like Ryan's in some kind of secret location that I have not seen before. We are joined in the background by super producer Tim with his 4.2 equity, still going up every second, every minute of the day. It just gets bigger and bigger, more higher valuation. Everything else is going down. Crypto's down, stock market's down, real estate is down. But I tell you what, Sports Card Radio valuation just goes up by the minute, by the second, by the day. We're just waiting for Michael Rubin to give us a call. Hey, Mike, you're following me on Twitter. You can send me a DM and make us an offer for Sports Card Radio. And no matter what the offer, we'll probably accept. Ryan, what is going on in the secret location that you are enjoying?
Yes, we are coming at you live and in person from the happiest place on earth, better known as Tempe, Arizona, the site of Arizona State University. I believe Deion Sanders is coming into town on Saturday, so I'm right down the street from that. I'm sure I don't know if I'll go to the game, but I'm sure I'll check out the scenery before and after the game, which should be about as top tier as it gets around here. Site of the Arizona Fall League baseball that I've went to a couple games out here and just enjoying myself. But we've got a lot to talk about in the sports card world, ladies and gentlemen. We have things happening, tons to go over, tons of people to talk about. Some we've talked about, some brand new people that we've never discussed. We've got breakers doing some weird things on camera. We'll talk about that. We've got Thursday night football on. Everybody's favorite player, Justin Fields, taking the field against Sam Howell. So the battle of Thursday night football goes on. We have a sports card show this Saturday that I will probably pop my head into. VIP Sports Card Show, 804 East Purdue Avenue in Phoenix, Arizona. Saturday, October 7th, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. There might be another card show also going around in Tempe. So I might be popping my head into a couple card shows this Saturday. If you see me, feel free to say what's up to your boy. We've got a lot of people to talk about. I did want to start with one of the biggest topics and one of the biggest stories in the sports card world in quite a long time. This is one of the biggest mistakes, I think. We've been covering this hobby. We're going on 15, 16 years now. You did 200 podcasts that are still on our website. We've done, 500 videos in the last couple years or whatever. It's been probably less than that, maybe 500 videos total on the whole channel. And we've chronicled the mistakes of these card companies. And this is an all-timer. And I'm sure people have heard about this, so we won't belabor the point too much, but just in case you didn't. Topps, a.k.a. Fanatics, a.k.a. Bowman, they inserted 95 duplicate Superfractors into the 2023 Bowman Chrome baseball product. And that is obviously a huge problem, guys, because these are supposed to be one of ones. Some of these even have bounties attached to them. And obviously, if you buy a card that says one of one, you do want it to be the only one. I think it's not shocking that these stupid card companies make these mistakes because they don't even print cards themselves. Although I guess Fanatics just bought the printing press. So maybe we can finally say that one of these card companies actually prints them cards themselves. It's not surprising that mistakes like this have happened. We've actually seen test-proof sheets of Superfractors, including the Mike Trout year, get out. Uncut sheets of these Superfractors got out. This is going back a long time ago. And Topps claimed it was a legal issue and they couldn't comment on it, and they've never commented on it again. I'm sure if actually you go to sportscardradio.com, type in test-proof Superfractor, and something will come up probably from a decade ago. Similar situation, although it was an uncut sheet. And then those actually, somebody like Evan Mathis or Jason Kuntz trimmed up the sheet and then got Beckett to slab them because Beckett will slab anything you guys pay him for. I think the most shocking thing, and we were talking about this before, the most shocking thing is that Topps did anything at all. That they even acknowledged the mistake. If this was 5 years ago, if this was even a few years ago, they wouldn't have fucking done anything. So I don't know if that's a sign of progress. I don't know if that's a sign of how things were, but I was shocked that Topps came out, they acknowledged the mistake, and they also offered to buy back the cards, apparently for hefty sums. We don't need to get into all that, but a mistake happened. It's not shocking. These card companies are run by complete morons and idiots. This has been well borne out over decades of time. These card companies are idiots. They don't care about you. There's not much quality to control that happens. So the fact that this could even happen, maybe there's more. Maybe there's 3 of these cards. Maybe there's 4. Maybe an employee has a bunch stuffed in his desk and he's just waiting to unload them on Golden or Probstein or PWCC. So we've actually have seen something like this happen before. They were uncut sheets. It affected Bowman Platinum. It affected Bowman Chrome. There were Bryce Harper's and Mike Trout's. So if you're investing a lot of money into these one-of-one cards, into these prospects, some of them who are in Arizona and I'm watching, obviously this can be quite frustrating. I'm shocked Topps responded to you guys. And actually, I promise you, give it another couple years and something like this happens and Fanatics has the full monopoly, full control of whatever Jeff Wilson's saying, full control of whatever this guy Shay's. They'll have control of everything. Beckett, the media, everything. They won't say anything. They won't do anything for you guys. So I'm actually shocked that they did come out and say something, but it doesn't excuse the mistake. These guys are still morons. They're still run by complete morons. And it doesn't matter who runs it. But what are your thoughts on this absolute debacle from Topps?
Well, yeah, the best and the brightest certainly don't work at any of these card companies. I am shocked. A couple years ago, they would have literally acted like nothing happened. They would have been like that meme where it's like the boy in the middle of the fire, and he's like, "This is fine." You know, that's how the Topps employees would have done. They wouldn't have said anything. They wouldn't have done anything. They wouldn't have responded to anybody on Twitter. They wouldn't have responded to any emails or anything. The fact that they did something, look, I'm not gonna, bend over backwards and create a whole show how we're complimenting, but this is surprising to me. It's not surprising to me that they make these mistakes. So that's not the surprising part. I was actually pretty surprised that they even acknowledged this and even did something. That is a little bit different than from what we're used to. And maybe we've just been around for too long and we've seen, again, the best and the brightest don't work at these card companies. That's not breaking any news that people didn't know, but it's definitely a surprise that they actually jumped in here and did something this quickly. So see what happens. I'm not a buyer of any of these products. I think most of you guys that watch this program, really just any new product that's out, just wait 3 or 4 years before you buy it. If in 3 or 4 years it's at a higher price, it's probably worth it. But 99.9% of the time, it's going to be at a lower price, and you're just going to be able to buy it. So just be 3 years behind. And this is not something we just started saying. I remember saying this on the podcast years and years ago, just telling people, just be 3 years behind. Whatever comes out, that's when you start buying it 3 years later. And, you're just into this stuff. I know it's not as fun. You're not in the chat rooms. You're not spinning wheels. You're not doing duck races and all that other stuff that people are doing. But you sure have a better collection, more money in your pocket, and nicer cards. And so these modern cards are not for me, largely because this kind of stuff happens. But if it floats your boat, understand that these things do happen, and it actually is pretty rare. Rarer than a Bowman Chrome Superfractor is one of these companies actually responds when this stuff actually happens. So it's like a solar eclipse this week. When it happens, it's rare and it's spectacular. And we did see it as it relates to Topps.
So pretty interesting. This article is on Beckett, Ryan Cracknell, longtime hobby blogger, journalist. Let's move on. I need to show you guys this video. This comes from Bleacher Rips, which is just another account for Bleacher breaks that we've talked about on this channel. I think at least a couple different times they've been accused of shill bidding. There were some issues where people weren't getting cards in breaks, and those cards, like this particular card, I think somebody won this card in a break and then it ended up like in another break or in a repack product or something. So they've obviously gone through many mea culpas and blah, blah, blah. So this break is from yesterday. And this is just a clip of literally like a 7-hour break. God, these breakers are like the most underpaid, they're Mexican migrant workers who get paid more than
Yeah,
breakers.
I hear they're putting them up in hotel rooms and stuff. So they're living a nicer lifestyle than these guys.
So I'm just going to literally show you guys a 10-second clip. The what's going on here is somebody on Whatnot is paying $89, and then they get to pick a number here. There's 125 numbers. The person who buys it picks 89 or picks 26, number 26, and in these I don't know if you can see them very well, but below the boxes there's these bubble mailers that have stuff in here. And just to explain what's happening here, what I believe is happening actually is I think the person is trying to rig it. The person, I think for some reason, the customer might be a good customer or somebody who is known to Bleacher rips, because I think they actually try to rig it so that he gets something good. And I'll watch that play out. What he does pull is like, he pulls something that he's able to then pick from these top boxes. But a guy's going to appear on the right-hand part of the screen. He's going to go through these bubble mailers. And I just want you to watch him and like, what is he doing on camera at about the 22-second mark? We're at the 17-second mark, and I'm going to play it right now. No sound.
Looks like he's trying to play bingo or something.
Right. So he's going to, I'm going to hand it to you. And then, wait a minute. Oh, wait.
Oh my God.
Wait, what? Wait, what? Wait, what? And then, oh
my God.
Okay. And so what comes out of here a couple seconds later is this mini sweat index card.
And so what?
Yeah, right. I mean, literally, I'd need a diagram to explain this all to you guys. But basically what that allows is the person who won this, he gets to pick a box up here, and he does kind of get to select it, and then he gets to open. And I'll show you what ends up coming out of there. It is a Charles Johnson. I think it's 2007 Topps Chrome Blue Refractor card, which is a decent pull for $89. Might be worth more than $89. So we'll go back to the I'll play this one more time for you guys. Again, the guy's going to come in here on the right, and I actually think he's trying to rig it so that the customer gets something good, but it's still very bizarre. Comes in, he's going to hand it. No, wait. Oh, wait. Oh,
Let me check. Is this right?
Wait. And then you can see him. He's kind of zipping it up right there. He's closing in the bag. And then this guy does open that. So he says, oh, it feels light. It's a good one. It feels light. It feels light. It is sealed. You can see that maybe it wasn't. But anyways, I just wanted to show that to you guys. Again, somebody that we've talked about. And these are things that, again, if you're on these streaming platforms, if you're not buddy with these guys, I would never give them a nickel. If you're like Backdoor Brad and you're buddies with the breaker, or these guys are your boys, hey, maybe you want to sit here and throw a few bucks, and maybe they'll throw you something. But these things are easily rigged. I think we just saw something again where, whatever this game they're playing here, we just saw it was rigged. So, and these happen on these 7-hour live streams that nobody goes back through and watches. It literally takes somebody to email this to me. So I appreciate the person who emailed this to us. And I went and grabbed the clip. The person who emailed this to us is literally just got into breaks. Okay. And they're a lot of times you get on Whatnot and you see somebody has 3,000 views and they have so much feedback, and you just automatically trust them. We do this when we buy stuff on eBay. We do this in our own life with retail stores and with restaurants. But you trust Bleacher rips. You trust, that this whole process is going to be on the up and up. And then when you see things that it's not, and that maybe it's like an inside game and you've got to be boys with these guys, it's, some might say, that it's a bad look. So what do you think? What do you think happened here?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, mini sweats. We've got a bingo thing. We've got mystery bags. We've got, I don't know what the hell those boxes are up there. We've got 2,000. I don't know what's going on in these things. And I actually think these guys this is why they have to be on there for 7 hours. They've made this stuff so goddamn complicated. There's mini sweats, there's grab bags, there's bingo cards, there's dice rolls, there's duck spinning, there's all this stuff. Guys, this is pictures of men. That's all it is. That's all it is. And your customer is tuning in, and they're fitting in probably just one of maybe 2 or 3 boxes. They're a fan of a certain player. They're a fan of a certain team. That might even be the same customer right there. Or they just want to have fun opening cards. All this other crap, mystery bags, dice rolls, duck spins, all this stupid stuff, mini sweats. I mean, that's like one of those marijuana bags, like all this stuff. You don't need it. And I think this stream is proof of that. We've got nearly 400 people tuning in. We have one of the most low budget setups that you could possibly think of. We don't get on here and really suck anybody's cock. We don't have a sponsor. We don't have any fancy. I mean, I guess the StreamYard graphics could be considered fancy, but it cost us $49 a month to be able to have these graphics. You guys saw it. I was in here at 5:30 on the dot. I'm not in here rehearsing. I don't follow this stuff. And we probably have the most popular live stream in the hobby without having to give anything away. You don't have to make this stuff so goddamn complicated. Just give the people what they want. They want to open up some cards. They want to have fun in the chat. They want to talk. They want to laugh. They want to see somebody get some good cards. And sometimes the pain of getting something bad is part of it too, right? We don't need all this other stuff, all this gambling and things like that. Guys, when I want to gamble, I can afford to go to Las Vegas. A lot of you guys might live on the East Coast. You can go, I don't know why you would go up to New Jersey, but you can go to Atlantic City. A lot of you guys live where these Indian casinos out here in California used to be in the cuts. Now, right off the freaking freeway, it's Indian land. And you can get to an Indian casino and roll some fucking dice and spin some slots. We don't need to be doing it on Whatnot with our trading cards. All we want to do is, if we're a Cowboy fan, we want Cowboys cards. If we're a Joe Burrow fan, we want to buy Bengals spots. If we're a basketball guy and we just want the hot rookie, we're trying to get the teams at the top. I get it. Sometimes random team, random division, that stuff's kind of fun. But do we now need bingo cards, mystery bags, repack products, flamethrowers, duck rollers, that stupid wheel that Backyard Breaks had that they were rigging this shit? Do we need all this stuff at this point? I don't think we do. I think we can keep it simple. We can have fun. And we can continue to grow this hobby. You're not going to grow your business, let alone turning your back to the camera and fumbling around with a weed bag. Like, you're not going to grow your business doing this. The simpler, like, how many fucking phones have Apple made like this? This is like the 10th year in a row they've made this exact phone, and they're going to sell it to you again for $1,200 fucking dollars, and everybody's going to buy it. The company's going to make billions of dollars. Simple works, guys. Just do the same thing over and over and over again. You don't need duck races. You don't need bingo cards. Just make it simple. All people want to do is get into their favorite team, and maybe they're just into the new product. Topps Chrome comes out, Bowman Chrome, whatever it does come out. They just want to have the new product and be able to open it and buy it. It's just unbelievable the direction that a lot of these people are taking this hobby in. And they're not, look, they're just like the card companies. They're not the most best and brightest. And I don't see these guys rolling around in Ferraris and Lambos. They're not bragging about their allocation anymore like they were on our Facebook page and in our DMs 2 or 3 years ago. Nobody's bragging about their allocation anymore. Nobody's bragging about how much money they're making. They're really not making that much money anymore. So the simpler you can make it, if you can turn a 7-hour live stream where you make $200 into an hour and a half live stream, I would make it simpler. You probably make more money. I don't know. I'm just sick of this. It's just something I would never be a part of. I don't have time for this. Who has fucking time to sit around and watch this shit for 7 hours? Like, who is doing this? Like, I mean, your only customer are the people that are getting paid by the government to sit around and do nothing, because that's the only people I can think of that have the money and the time to be able to do this. They're getting a check from the government, disability, unemployment, PPP loan. I don't know what it is these days. Those are the only people I can think of that have the time to sit around doing duck races and bags of weed that say mini sweat in it. Like, are you kidding me? Like, this is a joke. I can't believe this is the direction that the hobby has gone in. No, nobody's calling these guys out. This is just kind of normal. This is just normal in the hobby. that we have this type of stuff. I mean, forget the fact that the guy turned his back on the camera. Like I don't even like, to me, that's maybe the most normal thing that happened on the screen. All this other stuff, I have no idea what is going on. And I really don't think that does much for your business. I don't think it drives a lot of extra revenue. What the hell is a mini sweat? Like, I'm either sweating or I'm not. I just don't get it. I think I'm sick and tired of it. And I think our stream, our website, what we do over here on Sports Card Radio, we do as little as possible here at Sports Card Radio, as little as possible. And there's probably more people tuning into this stream right now than any other break going on in the hobby right now. And that's a damn shame. Some of you guys could be pulling in 4, 5, 6, 700,000 people a night on a stream if you just did things the right way. I don't know if it's possible. Maybe where these guys are from, maybe these guys' background, certainly not the sharpest tools in the shed. Sick and tired of this stuff, but
Mini sweat. Well,
guys, either my nuts are sweating or they're not. Okay, it's not like I look down and I'm like, my left nut's sweating, but my right one's not. No, they're either both sweating or they're not. I don't know what a mini sweat is. I don't know what that bingo card in front of this guy is. I've got mystery bags. I see $2,000 chaser up there. It's like, what are we doing here? And this is all so ripe to be shut down in a massive hurry, because what we are seeing on the screen is, I mean, I can't even run a bingo night. I couldn't even run like a poker game in my garage without getting in trouble. Like, the stuff that's happening on these screens, clearly not legal. We're not even looking at a gray area. We're looking at stuff that is absolutely illegal. And these guys aren't making that much money. Like, these guys literally are not making that much money. Like, you've posted one video in the last week, Ryan, and maybe you got one employee going to ChatGPT, spitting out articles. I think you probably made more money in the last week than these guys did in 7 hours on a live stream. And you've been to baseball games. You've probably seen some of the young talent walking around Arizona. I mean, seems like things are going pretty good for you. You're not working very much. You're making money in this hobby. You're buying and selling cards. I think you posted an article last week where you sold, I don't know what you sold, but you bought fucking what, $5,000 worth of cards last week or in the last month?
7.
You spent $7,000 on cards. You're not posting on Instagram. You're not barely posting on Twitter. You're not going live every night for 7 hours. Like, I don't know what are these guys doing this because they're lonely? Are they doing it because this is fun for them? Or are they doing it to make money? Because it doesn't make any sense to me. Like what is happening doesn't make sense to me. Doesn't make sense from a business standpoint. Doesn't make a sense from a hobby perspective. Like, I actually don't know what these guys are doing, because I don't think they're making that much money doing this. And so why are you sitting down on a live stream for 7 hours? I mean, maybe the alternative is better. Instead of working at Wendy's or fucking In-N-Out Burger, you can sit and make $25 an hour doing streams. But I think your hourly rate is probably in the triple digits. And you're not doing anything complicated or anything hard. You're probably spending way more time away from trading cards, away from sports cards, and making plenty of money doing it. So I don't get it. But we will be in Las Vegas the second week of January. If anybody is there, wants to join us, we will try to hit up C-Bless, see what he's doing, maybe try to piggyback off some of his little sports bets that he's got going on. And, maybe we can have a little reunion or a little get together in Vegas, since I think we'll be there. But that's where I do my gambling. I don't go to Whatnot to gamble. I'm either going to go to Vegas or one of these Indian casinos. Couldn't pay me to go to Atlantic City, but I don't know. I'm just sick of it.
Well, maybe a guy we'll talk about later will write a petition and maybe he'll get that circulating. But what we got to talk about now is another kind of bizarro situation. We have I guess this is a popular Instagram guy, 11,000 followers. I guess that's pretty good. The thing I did notice is that 9 weeks ago, Topps paid this fucking clown to do a promotion. More on that in a second. This dude, Shaiwayvlogs, he was the co-founder of some fucking thing called Fund Your Cards. One of these things where, yeah, they'll give you a loan for your stolen cards, basically. He got fucking destroyed on the blowout forum that he was shill bidding cards that he owned and that he flexed on Instagram. So there's one reason why maybe tone down the flexing of your cards on Instagram. Because of the flexing on Instagram, this guy got caught shill bidding his own cards that he sent to a consignor on eBay. Not only did he get caught, he had to do one of these mea culpas on Instagram. What I did was not okay. I am guilty of buying my cards back at auction. He didn't buy all of them. He shill bid a lot of them. The other thing about these guys and why we so freely make fun of these fucking clowns who like take cards and their followers and their following and this fucking shit so fucking seriously. Look at how serious this guy takes it. This is not me saying it. This is his own words. This is him trying to excuse the shill bidding. Again, he admitted to and got caught. Like human nature, I was willing to buy back my cards at 50 to 70% of market value, which I did. What I learned is that you can't do that as it is a hobby rule. No, you could actually go to jail for shill bidding your own auctions. That's called fraud, you fucking moron. This is the sentence I wanted to get to. I love cards, and these are like my children. And watching them die on auction made me go and try to save them. And then he goes on and on and on and on and on. So first of all, shout out to this Mustard Cards. And I don't know if Mustard Cards is related to the Check Out My Cards 01, 04, 05, the guy who basically blew up the trimming scandal in 2019. Because this is laid out like very much how that guy would lay out a post. So I don't know if he like changed his name or this person just did a very similar and very thorough and amazing job like the Check Out My Cards guy did from the card trimming days back in 2019. But this is unbelievable. This is amazing. Let me I'll drop the link to the thread in the chat.
Just as a side note, I mean, if anybody wants to lay this out, this guy made probably $0.00 doing this, which is fine. Like maybe Ryan, we should put bounties on this type of information that actually, like, if you come with something, like I used to write for this site Seeking Alpha, which you post an article and they'll give you like $35, but then you got a percentage of the page views. And so I think we could almost like put bounties on things where it's like, post it, let us have an exclusive window.
However many followers he has. So I could see like you pay like 10 cents a follower. So you give him what, $190 or something like that.
Yeah.
Like I would have easily snap given him $190 for that information, for him to not post it on Blowout and for him to post it on Sports Card Radio. Snap giving him $190. Snap.
Yeah. So yeah, like I think we should think about that as a business model. That was a side note. But first of all, the guy's name is, what his name? Shadur. That's like his whole name. If you go to like Shadur Rahman, like I'm old enough to where, I mean, well, I won't go down that road, but so this is another reason why society is in collapse, because you have these freaking millennial dorks that look at these cards more than your, like he said, he compared trading cards to his own children. Like, as somebody that has children, I mean, you are so pathetic if you're comparing a picture of a man to your child. I don't care if it's a Mickey Mantle or a Hannes Wagner or Jordan rookie or a Kobe rookie. Guys, these are not your children. Trading cards are not kids. Oh, there's Jeff.
Do you put your kids up for auction, Shay? Would you don't put your fucking stupid cards up for auction if you don't want to sell them.
Yeah, or just put them do what Ryan does. Like you buy a card, say you buy a card for $100 and maybe that's close to market. You'll just put it up for $150 and then go and buy another card. And if it sells for 150, it sells for 150. After a while, you might do some inventory clean out, just like Target and Walmart and any other store out there. You think that they're making a ton of money or any money at all on the clearance rack? Sometimes you have to clear things out. It's okay to have inventory. If you're in inventory business, and that's all trading cards is. If you're in an inventory business, it's okay to sell your cards for a loss and clear some inventory and bring some capital in and then go buy some new children. You clearly didn't like these children that much because like Ryan said, you put them up for auction. It'd be like me putting my kids up for adoption. I clearly didn't care about them that much if that's what I did. You get to sell these cards. Who cares on paper? Who cares what the loss is? You're going to be able to take that money and go buy some children that you're not going to put up for auction. Sounds like a great deal to me. I do it in my own life. I'll do it with my cars outside. I have 2 really nice cars. Guess what? When the warranty's up, I think in about 1.5 years on one of them, I'm going to take it to Tesla and go get another one and not even blink an eye. There's no difference between a car and a picture of a man. It's the same thing. This is not your children. It's not your wife. It's not your wife's engagement ring. It's not your father's watch that he passed down to you. Like there are items I can see that have some sentimental value. Your dad's lucky coin, whatever. A trading card you bought and then you auctioned clearly doesn't have much value to you. And no, shill bidding is not a rule in the hobby. It's a federal law on the books in every state of this country that possibly you could go to jail for, but at the very least you get fined. And you're openly admitting it. These guys like openly admit to crimes, which has got to be like the stupidest. That's how you know these guys are so stupid. They literally openly admit to a crime. And they don't even know that it's a crime. They openly admit to a crime. Then they talk about how trading cards are like their children. This is why society is collapsing. You look around the country, you see birth rates are down. You see people are not getting married. You see men this age. And I'm sure Shay Dog or whatever his name is probably falls into the camp where he hasn't had a lot of, let's just call it male to female relations over the past decade or so. In fact, I think that has skyrocketed the amount of 30-year-olds that haven't gotten a lot of action over the past 10 years. He is probably in that camp if he's looking at these trading cards. Now, this is nobody in the chat. Bob Boozle's probably on his 8th kid. Patches O'Houlihan's probably getting a lot of action. Hobby Champs, I'm sure he's getting a little something. But this is a joke. I don't know what's a bigger joke. What you showed with Bleacher breaks or whatever, whatever 19th, pseudo name they've gone under, or this guy. Why is the IQ level in this hobby so low? Why? And this should be really encouraging out there if you're trying to buy cards, if you're trying to start a business in this hobby. God, this is like the easiest hobby to make some money in. This is why Ryan can literally sit around, buy those black bags full with actual grass and product in it. He can sit around, roll that, have fun, go to baseball games. Oh, he's on the pen. You're on the pen these days.
It don't work. No, I'm not.
It doesn't work. Okay. I'm just saying. There's a reason why you can sit around, buy cards on Golden, buy cards on Check Out My Cards, buy cards on eBay, put up one video a week, and you don't have to do anything else. Now, I have children, so, I mean, in a mortgage and cars and shit like that. So, I'm doing shit. But I don't know.
Well, One thing I did want to touch on is that here he is literally being sponsored by Topps 9 weeks ago. So the next person that gets a microphone in front of Michael Rubin or anybody at Fanatics, I think ask him about this. You paid this guy, Shaiwayvlogs, 9 weeks ago to do a promotion for you, and then he got busted for shill bidding. Can you comment on that? I think that's fair. He's technically like an employee or a subcontractor of Topps, an influencer of Topps. Hey, one of your influencers got admitted to shill bidding. There he is. What do you fucking think about that?
Let's get him on that Jeremy Lee show, and we'll get a representative from Topps, and we'll just have a little kumbaya on there and just throw a softball and then move on.
Here's some more kind of just ironic moments. Here's Shay. Here he is at the National or wherever he is. And guess who's in the camp? Guess who he's talking to? Jesse fucking Craig from none other than PWCC. It's like the two shill bidding bros together. There's Jesse Craig. There's Shay. Look, it's like a family photo. So these dorks, they travel around these fucking card shows. They do these little fucking videos, and they're all fucking scammers. Oh, and look who else is with Shay. Who else knows Shay and is just chumming it up on camera? And these guys seem to know each other pretty well. Like, you ain't going to come up and take a video of me and just act all chummy, have your little drink there. I'm going to be like, yo, what's this about? Like, who are you? Who the fuck are you? Like, if somebody tries to do this at the show on Saturday, I'm going to be like, yo, what's this about? Right? You guys know each other. Jeff. So has Jeff commented on this? What does Jeff think about this? I think it's fair to ask. These are your boys. This is your boy. Topps, this is a sponsor of yours. This is a guy who goes on his Instagram and said he sold his Mercedes for fucking some kind of soccer superfractor. Travels around to all these shows. He literally has a video with literally anybody and everybody you can think of. It was a big deal on certainly Instagram. This guy's, for some reason, is pretty well known because he does a lot of flexing. And, well, his flexing got him in trouble, guys. So be careful what you fucking put on Instagram, because there are people out there. And mustard cards, again, I don't know if this is the check out my cards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guy. This guy doesn't miss. This guy don't miss. This guy lays it all out. He gets all the receipts. He does all the fucking history. Boom, 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 boom. Then he even reaches out to you. He reached out to this guy, and then that's where he admitted it. Mustard cards, check out my cards, whatever his handle is on Blowout, the guy who basically blew up the 2019 scrimmage round. One of the best at uncovering stuff, is the best. She, I don't even know who it is the best. Literally. And the way this is laid out, I mean, I'd actually be kind of stunned if this wasn't the same person, because it's literally laid out the same way. So fantastic piece of hobby reporting. Absolutely freaking fantastic. This guy admitted it. He's a Topps Fanatics fucking fanboy sponsor. He's boys and friends with everybody you know on Instagram and YouTube, except for us. And he got caught. He said he's going to take some time away and fucking whatever, go get some ayahuasca and sit in a dark room or whatever he's going to do. Go get his 4th booster.
Yeah, probably. I mean, like, I mean, the hobby is not this hard. It is not. These guys make it so damn hard and so complicated. And they just, I mean, it's really not that freaking hard. And, you know, the IQ level doesn't surprise me. Doesn't surprise me.
Well, we got more to talk about here. We got more guys to talk about. Let me briefly check in on my criminals and my activist and whoever I'm bidding on. We got OJ Simpson. I mean, that's out of 100. Like, hello, that's dope. 95. When was the murder? Like 96? Before that, I can't remember. This is ending next week.
What's the dimensions on that? Oh, 6x9. Okay, that's cool.
That's ending next week. I mean, I don't know. Oprah fucking Winfrey. I mean,
what kind of guitar is that?
It's a
go up to the what do they call that top part of the guitar? all the way up at the where the tuners are. Okay, so it's a cheap guitar. It's not a real one.
Yeah, it's a cheap guitar.
Because I was saying she signed the pick guard. Because sometimes on these things you could like remove the pick guard. Like if it's a decent guitar, you can
Right,
remove the
just
pick
move it.
guard, sell the pick guard, and then sell the guitar. But not on that guitar's week.
This is a frame Tiger Woods piece. Signature looks okay. It looks like there's an issue with the frame. You can see that it's like bottom right corner. There's like, I don't know, some kind of weird, maybe just like a little issue, but it's not personalized. Beckett LOA, the signature. I mean, we'd have to ask Ty and Rick, right, if this is real or not. But
well, I've got a couple Tigers behind me, including one. I got a person that I.
Well, no.
Oh, that's
the
true.
Experts are Ty and Rick. So
that's true. Actually, yeah, the Tiger Woods in person that I have, I actually don't know if it's real until Rick confirms it. Even though I was there when Tiger.
No, you were there, right?
In 1999, but
correct.
I would need Rick to confirm that.
Correct.
Okay. Yeah.
It looks like our boy Justin Fields is. I have not been checking in on this game, but spoiler alert, it is 17-3 in the first half.
I mean, come on. I don't know. I mean, if he can't put up, I mean, if people are going to get excited about Justin Fields putting up good numbers against the Washington Redskins, and are they at home? Where's the game at?
No, Washington.
Okay. Like, if he can't do well in that situation, then his cards are already overvalued, and if he can't do well, they'd be worthless. If you can't put up decent numbers against the Redskins.
True. Maybe it's like a little dead cat bounce that he has a good game, but then the next time he plays somebody decent, he gets knocked around, and all the plaguing kind of comes out. This Kobe card is a PSA 2. It's all banged up, but I actually like buying cards that are banged up because I don't care.
I don't care either.
The autograph's an 8. It's a little bubbly. That's why it's a little bubbly, but it's not like faded or anything. So it's really old. I mean, it's 20 years old, so it's not like the autograph's going to fade. From there, but so we're looking at, we got OJ, we got Donald, we got Ofra, we got Tiger. I mean, we got a real mix. We're not bidding on these, but I just kind of want to have them up. Kobe Bryant, I was at the Upper Deck old office, so I brought that up because actually that's where that picture was taken. So maybe we'll bring that up in a sec. But there's 40 minutes left. Let's not get carried away. Maybe we'll slap something on there, but we'll see.
All right.
But let's talk about. We got another guy to talk about.
Oh God.
Who's for some reason decided to put our name and our face in his fucking mouth. Another one of these hobby fucking influencers or whatever you want to, guys. They want to get liked. They're literally like flailing their arms, trying to get Michael Rubin to notice them. I think that's what's going on right now a lot too. Is literally there's all these influencers just like, Michael, notice me. I'll put my knee pads on and drop right in front of you if I have to. Like there's just a bunch of people trying to suck Michael Rubin's dick right now. So I have no idea who this motherfucker is, but he decided to post this, and I don't know if this was yesterday or the day before.
They were in chat earlier.
Well, he can fucking call in if he wants and show his fucking face like a little bitch, since he won't respond to me on Instagram. Bitch. Eephus pitch, whatever your fucking name is. So he introducing the hobby negative Nancy's. And then here we go. AIH hobby shark. And there's you. He didn't even put me, he put you. So this is actually well done and kind of funny, but I actually don't like people putting your face in a video. If he put my face, I maybe wouldn't have done anything. But he put your face. And I was like, motherfucker, who the fuck are you? Like, literally, who the fuck are you? So he's this guy who is currently running some kind of card petition. Again, he's flailing his arms at Michael Rubin, be like, notice me, notice me, notice me. So I don't know if this is what he's doing over here. He's like, Sports Card Radio, notice me, notice me, notice me. So I asked him about it. I reached out to him. I was like, dude, what is this about? Like, what the fuck is this shit about? This is basically what he responded to me in his these are his Instagram stories, but this is basically what he responded to me. Being negative for negative's sake is not an answer. Do the work to advance solutions, or you are just a talking head looking for clout, and you are part of the problem. Then he said, it's easy to poke fun at the positivity crew, and while some of it is warranted, a lot of it is divisive for no good reason. The negative only crew has sort of skirted this for a while, and the magnifying glass hasn't been pointed in your direction. That is going to change, he says. Do you have anything to add? Do you even collect this stuff? Yeah, I spent $7,000 on shit last month that I fucking haven't listed for sale. Or are you just in the business of throwing stones in your glass house? We are about to find out. Like, that sounds like a threat. But again, I want to go back to this. He basically is saying, do the work to advance solutions, or you're just a talking head. And I sent him this meme today. This Cardboard Life is like one of the only sports card Instagram accounts that I follow. I don't go to Instagram to look at card shit. I usually look at ASU girls and fucking hot girls. Like I'm a normal man. I'm a normal human being. I'm 40 years old. I log into Instagram to look at fucking the ASU girls who are fucking right below where I'm at. That's why I go to Instagram. But one of the literally, you could look at my Instagram account, and one of the very few card accounts I follow is this guy, _Cardboard Life, because his shit is fucking hysterical. Like, there's very few times that I'll read his shit and I'll literally be sitting there wherever I am and start cracking up laughing. So his meme, I think he posted this today, was me listening to people say you shouldn't say anything negative unless you also have a solution to fix it. That's what's basically Eephus pitches DMs to me. He said basically like, hey, you don't ever come up with a solution to fix anything. So you're bad. You're negative. You should try to fix things. Look at my petition over here. I'm trying to fix things. My response to that, and to everyone, and if you want to clip this, if you guys want to pass this around, I want to make this clear to everyone. All you fucking little dork influencers like Eephus Pitch, like this dork Shay, all you dorks on Instagram. I just want to cover the hobby. What does that mean? Maybe I'll start, let me give you an analogy. Maybe I'll start a blog or a YouTube channel on covering the San Francisco Giants. And maybe I'll be really negative about Gabe Kapler or Farhan Zaidi or the free agent signings. But that doesn't mean I need to impact change. That doesn't mean I need to fucking decide who the next manager of the Giants is or who their free agent decisions are going to be. I just want to cover the hobby. So when Shay does something stupid and Shill bids, when this Donald Trump poster ends, it'd be interesting to see what it goes for. We'll talk about a PWCC guy over here talking about shill bidding. We showed the video with Bleacher breaks, rigging a box break. I just want to cover the hobby. If you want to fucking create petitions, if you want to wave your arms and try to get Michael Rubin to notice you, you do that. I don't have any problem at all with that. That is not my goal. That is not my motivation to change the hobby, to get Tops to do something, to get Fanatics to do something, to get Panini to do something, to get Whatnot to do something. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. These cards, like we saw from Shay, are like your children. These things are important to you. So if it's important to you to change the hobby, you do it. Having said all that, I don't know if posting a video like this, how does this support your agenda? We need criticism, but we needed it informed by solutions to move us forward. Otherwise, you are just a jester with nothing to add. How does this move your agenda forward, Eephus Pitch? Here's somebody making a comment. Sports Cartel. SCR has been around a long time. The info is fantastic. But there's a weird thing going on with the fact that it's clear they like cards but look down on the hobby. Hello, Sports Card Cartel. Newsflash. Did you listen to the half dozen fucking idiots we talked about? You don't think we shouldn't look down on Shaiwayvlogs and Bleacher rips? What about these dorks? Backyard breaks. Should we hold these guys in high esteem? Newsflash, Sports Card Cartel. The reason why we look down on you is because you're a bunch of fucking idiots. And here's one right here. We need criticism, but we need it informed by solutions to move us forward. Like, what the fuck? Is that some kind of Oprah Winfrey shit? Fuck you. I'll do whatever the fuck I want. If you want to fucking make a petition that has 266 signatures in like a week, started September 25th, excuse me, 2 weeks you've been able to get 266 signatures. You're just waving your arms trying to get Michael Rubin to notice you or get the hobby to notice you. And you're a fucking clown. Before I get too more worked up, do you have any thoughts on
I mean, look, I think these guys are used to these Instagram guys fondling their cards, fondling their pictures. We don't do that a lot. Jack Nicklaus, I got in person. Tiger Woods, I got in person. These are the only two things in my safe, card related, that I give a damn about because I was there when both of these guys signed it. I don't need to post this stuff on Instagram. I don't need to talk about it. But I've got other cards here. I don't know what these are worth. That's probably $2,000 or $3,000. I've got a bunch of these. These are probably $2,000 each. On this table, just quick grabbing out of my safe is well north of probably $15,000 worth of trading cards. It doesn't make me feel good. I wear a watch where 5 or 6 links is more than that. Like if they want us to get around and start flexing our cards, flexing the stuff that we buy, flexing the cards that we're buying, we certainly could do that if we needed to. But we don't. And I also don't understand Sports Card Cartel. Just because we like cards, just because I have some in my safe, doesn't mean we need to give free passes to the breakers that are doing illegal gambling on screen. And look, the guy, I actually think, look, if you're trying to get the attention, Eephus pitch or whatever his name is, I think he did the right thing here. How do you get attention? You start punching up and you start poking the bear. And so I actually don't mind it. Like I don't mind it. I don't have to sit here and agree with his opinion or support it, but I like it. I like the video. We're sitting here talking about it in front of an audience that's probably larger than he's ever had. So I don't mind it. And guys, by all means, have live streams, post articles about me, go dig on the internet about me, go try to find a criminal record. I get a background check every 2 years, guys, here in the state of California. They give it to me every single time. Every time I go and buy ammunition for a firearm, guess what they do here in the state of California? They run a background check for you. And last time I went to go buy some, it passed. Okay. I've never been in trouble in the court of law other than a speeding ticket. I don't have anything to hide. I talk about my children. I talk about my family. I don't mind you showing up on the internet and talking about me. Now, if you show up on my front door, chances are that's going to be the last day you ever breathe. But if you do it on the internet, I don't care. And I think it's funny.
This is a guy who is trying to advance a position. How does this advance his position?
Look, everybody, I'm not going to sit here. I kind of look at this like politics. I don't necessarily agree with one side or the other necessarily. And sometimes I disagree with the position or direction we're going, but look, I don't get paid to tell Tops what to do. I sure as hell don't get paid to fix this hobby. I sure as hell don't get paid enough money to do all this stuff. And maybe I just think we're dealing with people that have way more fucking time on their hands than I do. Because literally the minute this live stream ends, I've probably got 3 hours of work that I'm going to do. Like, I just don't have time to care about tops. I don't care. I care about the people that show up on the live stream. I care about people getting ripped off. I care about this hobby enough to call out people that are clearly illegal gambling and running operations that I really don't think benefits the hobby that much. And if they really sat down and thought about it, they probably could run a hell of a lot better business and make more money. But I don't get paid to fix Tops. Tops has hundreds of millions of dollars at their disposal. It's a company that if the IPO market stays semi-decent, they're going to go public. They're going to raise a ton more money. The founders are going to exit for tens of millions of dollars in cash in their pocket. I don't get paid to do that. And just because I have some cards sitting around doesn't mean I need to be Mr. Hobby Positivity. We've been negative on the trading card market for a long time. I think I paid $500 for this. Okay. Cards can go up and you still can trash talk them. It's okay. And if this box goes down to $500 tomorrow, it's not going to ruin my day. I think a lot of these guys are far more invested in their cards, in their safe or their life. The cards might represent a huge portion of their net worth. And so they have to have them go up. They have to justify how much they've spent on cards. I don't have to sit here and justify what I've spent on trading cards. I'm happy with the budget that I've set on trading cards. And we bought some cards and made money, and we bought some cards and lost money. At the end of the day, I just look at it as inventory. So I don't mind anybody out there that wants to criticize us, that wants to go on a tirade. By all means, that's okay. That's fine. If that gets you more views and gets you more followers, he's literally actually doing the same thing that he's criticizing us for. He's criticizing us for being negative, going after the positivity crew. He literally says that we go after the positivity crew and we shouldn't do that. And he's in literally a sentence or two later, he says it's easy to poke fun at the positivity crew. And then literally 2 sentences later, he's poking fun at the negativity crew and he's posting videos about it. So yes. I don't take people like this seriously. They either are not very intelligent, or they have maybe some mental conditions, or they just simply have way more time on their hands than I do. I don't have time to worry about the hobby that much. If I get killed tomorrow or I die, guess what, guys? The hobby is going to be just fine. The hobby won't skip a freaking beat. And that goes for anybody in this hobby. Anybody in this hobby. So it's not that important, okay? Is it fun? Do I like it? Yes. But if I lose my job tomorrow and I need some money, one of the first things I sell is probably that. And I'm not going to sit there and shill bid on it and compare it to my children. Okay. I mean, it's just, I think some of them need children, because I know my perspective has changed so much. I've gotten children and my perception on things have changed so much over the past 5, 6, 7 years. It's just changed everything for me on my my place in the world is actually really is far simpler today. I actually think you're making your life even more miserable if you all of a sudden think you need to fix Tops's problems. You think you need to fix Tops's problems and the hobby's problems, and you need to fix Sports Card Radio and get us to change. You are making your life so much more complicated than it really needs to be. I have children. When I wake up in the morning, that is my only obligation. It is to them. It is for their well-being. It also behooves me to have my well-being be in check so I can be around long enough to see them do silly shit on the internet. It's a simple life. And so I think these people actually need to really evaluate where they are in life. If you think that you need to sit around and change Tops, change Sports Card Radio, change AIH Sports, if you think you need to sit around in life and do that, like, where are you in life? If that, like imagine, Ryan, my son coming up to me and I'm saying to my son, hey son, what do you want to do when you grow up? Well, dad, when I'm a middle-aged, kind of slightly pudgy, overweight man, I want to get on Instagram, put my screen name on my sweater, and I want to try to fix a card company, and I want to try to fix the negativity crew in the hobby. And dad, the best part is I'm going to do it for free. I mean, would you look at your son and be like, hey, you'd be looking at him like he's absolutely insane. Yet that is what this guy did this week. I mean, if this guy has children and this is what they look up to and this is their dad, like, this is what you're aspiring to? I need to fix tops for free? I mean, if Michael Rubin writes us a check, we'll gladly fix tops. But until that day happens, I am not going to bend over backwards trying to fix this shit. We'll sit here and laugh about it.
These guys are over here posting on Instagram that doesn't pay you for shit. So these guys clearly, you know, this is, what I would like to see. Again, I don't mind people talk about us all the time. Listen to a YouTube channel, either directly or indirectly. We get talked about all the time. It's when you come with something specific. Like, what do you, Eephus pitch? What negative thing didn't you like? Because you're basically just you're just name calling here. And if we want to sit around and call names and make memes and make little clips, we're the best at that. I'll cut up every single interview you've ever done and every little reel you've ever done and make little clips of you sounding fucking stupid. So what specifically do you not like? I asked him that, and he kept saying, you should just want to make a change and you should want to reform the hobby. That's what he kept saying.
I want to remind everybody out there, about a year ago, a little over a year ago, you had that 86 Fleer break at the National. Couple of days or maybe even a week or two went by. We were alerted about the situation, that the box was probably a repack or whatever. We started putting heat on Whatnot on that break, and Whatnot literally went out and bought another box. How much were they at the time? Like
$180,000 box.
Literally, we caused another $150,000 free break to happen because of what we called out on our show. We called out the break at the National, and a couple of weeks later, there was literally another free $150,000 break because of that. So for everybody out there that's saying Sports Card Radio is so negative, ask the people that got literally a free spot to an 86 Fleer basketball. Free. They got a second bite at the apple because of Sports Card Radio. Please have all your ducks in a row. Have all your facts straight before you start saying Sports Card Radio doesn't do jack crap for the hobby, when we are responsible for the greatest and biggest free giveaway in the history of the hobby. The biggest free giveaway happened not once, but actually twice because of our program. So before anybody says anything that we've done anything negative to the hobby, go call the 30 people or however many people are in that break. Go call them and ask them how mad they are at Sports Card Radio for calling out the BS, since they got a free spot in an 86 Fleer break. Please.
That's a good one. You know, another good one that we impacted some change is our article and our video on Will Jamit was played in court in Oregon and led to a restraining order that made it so that Will Jamit couldn't get in contact with some kids. Will Jamit's one of the most dangerous people in the hobby, multiple felonies, weapons. He literally was in a courtroom and called the judge a bitch, literally. And our video and our coverage on Sports Card Radio led to Will Jamie getting a restraining order against him. So we have a $150,000 break that happened. That's just things we're thinking about off the top of my head. If you want to go through the whole litany of Sports Card Radio, and that's not our goal here. That's not our goal. We just want to cover the hobby. And then sometimes in the midst of covering a hobby, a story gets so big or gets a lot of attention, usually on social media, on YouTube, and something gets done about it. Ken Golden opens a $150,000 box on Whatnot and gives it away, where 3 Michael Jordans were pulled that are probably worth about $6,000 to $10,000 each. So again, yeah, the 3 people who got those freaking Michael Jordan cards, you think they don't probably at least appreciate the coverage of Sports Card Radio? Because we covered that story 2 weeks after the National. It was a story that we kind of drug up from the dead and went and looked at old footage, and I had to research, these 86 boxes and the correlation of the boxes. And a box was given away, and we did a live stream about it. So sometimes in the midst of covering the hobby, that's all we want to do. We don't want to impact change. We just want to cover the San Francisco Giants. We just want to cover the hobby. We're not trying to decide who the manager is. We're not trying to decide who Michael Rubin hires. We just want to cover the hobby and have fun and enjoy it. So if you have a problem with something specifically if you just don't like us, that's fine. Put us in a fucking video. I don't care. But if there's something you specifically don't like, bring it up. Otherwise, I think when you just do this, if you want to just get into name calling games, let's go. If you don't want to do any research, if you just want to name call, trust me, bro, I could get a lot of fucking footage of you saying dumbass shit. It's talking about Deshaun Watson over here. I mean, what dumb shit did you say over here? Card petition, reflections and commentary. Signed in slabs and P. Ryan collection. All your little boys, all your little boys are going to be under a magnifying glass. So Eephus pitch, take this as however you want. Don't make any fucking mistakes in this hobby over the next 6 to 12 months, or I'll be all up in your fucking ass. And if you have something specific that you have a problem with that, you can always reach out to us. Anybody that I make a video about can reach out to us and I will talk to them. It's bizarre that you made a video about me and then you fucking wouldn't talk to me about it. You're fucking pussy. So I hope your little petition that you started fucking 10 days ago that has 266 signatures, hopefully something gets done of it. He wants Topps to have like a third-party auditor. Are you going to pay for that?
I mean, cards are already expensive. This is like, this is like Joe Biden shutting down like an oil refinery. Gas is already $7.90 in San Diego, where we were last week. We don't need to make them even more expensive. Sports cards are already more expensive, and he wants Topps to have like 9 different auditors and all this stuff. It's like, dude, they're already too expensive, and you want this is like those people that want more regulation, you already have to do it like an ant inspection and a cockroach inspection if you're going to lay a road in California. Now he wants to do 9 other ones to lay 2 miles of road. Like, they are already too expensive. And now we've got to audit these companies, and we've got to do all this stuff. And some of the stuff he was asking for, they literally already do. They already post the odds. He asked them to post the odds. They already post the odds. They do that.
Panini doesn't do it. I don't know. Ask Panini to do it.
I think just some of these people are just new. I honestly, and I'm talking about like everybody we've kind of talked crap on today's show. I just think they're kind of new. I mean, we were working at card shops 20 years ago, so I think we underestimate how old we've gotten and how long we've been doing this. We had our wholesale license to buy and sell trading cards 20 years ago, and we were doing this stuff. So, I mean, I started a podcast back in 2008. Now everybody and their mom and a legal immigrant coming over the border has a podcast. Okay. I was doing this 15 years ago when most people didn't even know what a podcast was. So it's like, I'm over trying to have petitions and create change and do all this stuff. Like, it's cool when we can do a show and somebody gets a spot in $150,000 break. That's cool. I'm excited about that. That was a great night. I think after the live stream, that's when Mr. Ken Golden called us jerk offs or jack offs or whatever. So, I mean, I think we got a ton of mileage out of that. We didn't get a spot in the break, but I think I don't think we made $100,000, but it's probably a 5-figure number at this point when you look at the mileage we got after that. So, and by all means, if you're out there and you're trying to build up your hobby following count, you're trying to get views, like people do this on YouTube and it's a good strategy. Put our name in your YouTube, put Sports Card Radio in your title, put it in your description, do reaction.
Hold on. Is that a good long-term strategy though? That may be in the short term, but then if you do that day after day and you fire me up,
sure. But if you have I'm talking about somebody with like no subscribers or 1,000 subscribers or something. It's a great strategy. Like, yeah,
correct.
And even if it's long term, look at what we're doing. We're sitting here fucking dog shitting on these guys,
Again, I want to make the point that usually it's about something very specific. It's not just me making fun of Shaiwayvlogs.
This guy broke the law. Literally breaks the law. And that other breaker, they're literally breaking the law. That's where I draw the line a lot of the times. Is when you're literally breaking the law. In the case of the 86 break, since we're talking about that was maybe against the law, but it was more, hey, I felt like people got ripped off. Like I felt like, and it was a bigger story with BBCE, and we have history going back with BBCE and stuff like that. And they obviously have created their own history and things like that too. So I actually don't mind the strategy. If you're on social media, you trend jack, or you basically just come in on somebody else. That's okay. That I actually don't mind that very much. And like I said, you can threaten me by saying you're going to come after me and I better not have any skeletons in my closet. I don't have any skeletons in my closet. You can trust me. You are not the first one that has tried and tried to look. If this guy thinks he's the first one that has tried to dig up dirt on you and I mean, how many people do you think all the people that tried to sue us last year, do you think their attorneys tried to dig up something on us?
Yeah, this is awesome. This, like the video, whatever, the reel, whatever. It's actually kind of funny. If he put my face in it, I would have actually laughed. I didn't like that he put your face in it. I know that you don't care, but I care. And let that be known, all you people out there in the hobby. Put my face in the video. If you put my brother's face in the video, you're gonna fucking hear from me. Period. End of story. So I don't he says we're about to find out. This is and the magnifying glass hasn't been pointed in you. You don't think the magnifying, you don't think Jeff Wilson and all these motherfuckers haven't magnifying glassed us?
Yeah. Plenty of times.
We're about to find out?
Find out what? The only threat I will make is if you show up where I live, that is the last day you'll take a breath. Period. End of story. You can say anything you want on the internet, but if you show up running your mouth at me, that's the last day you're going to take a breath.
I'll be right here on Saturday. I'll literally be right here. You can give me a time to show up. If you guys want to fucking say something face to face, you guys never show up at these card shows face to face. Well, guys, here I'll be in 2 days. If you want to meet me at one of these Arizona Fall Leagues, let's go ahead. But from 10 to 2 a.m., can you at least give me a break while I'm going to go try to check out some ASU chicks? And from 7:30 to maybe 10:30 when it's Colorado ASU on Saturday, can I at least go to the game and look at some chicks? But if you guys want to fucking talk about being negative and let's try to fucking get Michael Rubin to do something and reform something. He kept saying, oh, you don't try to reform and change shit. The fuck are you? So come Eephus pitch, come on down. Say whatever you want to fucking say, but it better be specific. Come with something specific. what's your guys' little, what happened specifically to your guys' little fucking,
The top
what happened to your little fucking, oh, cool. My fucking website shows up first. Nice. No wonder this page gets so much fucking traffic. What happened here, guys? Your little golden boy. Colin, have we ever, can I ask you something? Have we ever taken a Michael Jordan jersey and faked photographs and fucking tried to get it to pass as authentic to raise the value? Have we ever done anything in our 20 years of the hobby that even approaches something like this? Even fucking knocks on the fucking door, Eephus pitch to something like this.
Can't say that we have, and certainly if we did, it makes for some great YouTube videos, and somebody else should put up an article. I think people should just be taking notes here. You know, card porn had some problems, and now when you search his name, our website comes up.
Yeah, our website comes up.
So, and there's a lot of ads on this website, and last time I checked,
there's one of them.
There it is. So, you know, content and ads are how we've made a lot of money in our life. And
well, we're on YouTube. Well, who's the king of fucking content and making ads?
Yeah, that's true. Well, how's that Donald Trump going? Oh, how's that Kobe? 1,000. Okay. Definitely. Oh, put another bit on that.
This is not ending till next week.
Oh, not till next week.
This is going 15-2 racks easy.
Whoa. Okay.
More,
all right.
Way
well,
more.
save something for that. Okay. I don't want that. I don't really want that because I've got, I know people,
it's already framed.
I know, but people say, Ryan, that we don't collect cards. And here's a Tiger Auto. Here's another one. You're not at the secret location where I have one hanging on the wall. We already have 3 Tiger Woods autographs, maybe another one. I don't know. I think we did give one to a family member, so we really have 4. You know, I know most people think we don't collect cards, but you know, there's 2 Tiger Woods autographs more or less pulled out of my butt. This one's on a ticket at a major championship that he won. So
yeah, we don't collect cards, and I'm going to show up at a card show and not post anything on social media about it.
Yeah.
Okay. Challenge Shay. These guys like Shay and some of these guys, go to a card show and don't post anything. And
just
maybe
that. Just take it in.
Just take it in, guys.
Take it in.
Just take it in. Maybe buy something. Maybe look around. Maybe talk to some of the old guys.
Talk to some people.
Somebody besides Jeff, Shay.
Oh, that Joe Montana autograph. I had a charity that I had to contribute to. So sorry if you wanted that. It wasn't the one on the rookie card.
No, don't give that away.
No, I'm not giving that away. It was on some regular card.
That's the only one I want. Yeah, that's the only one.
I mean, that would have been a post on most of these guys. You know, I gave away $300 worth I donated to charity $300 worth of trading cards today. You know, most people would, you know, make a post about that. Now here I am talking about it on live TV, but these are things we could talk about and boast about and bag about. I'm just saying we don't. That's not really our style. That's not really what we're trying to do. If you want us to flex our stuff, we can. We can flex our stuff if you want us to. We have stuff. Okay. A lot of the stuff is actually at the vault. I mean, this is nothing. What I have on this table is nothing. We have 4 times as much sitting over in Ken's vault. So we just aren't into, you know, like I'll post my 8th picture of my Rolex watch before I post a picture of a card that I bought or a Louis bag or something. Only because those brands take care of me. You guys have never experienced customer service in the sports card trading card world. Like like last week, somebody from Louis Vuitton texted me. A couple weeks before that, somebody from the actual company emailed me asking me, not really trying to sell me anything. Just, I mean, they're trying to sell me something, but and I don't spend that much at Louis. Okay. That much. I mean, I'm into for 5 figures this year, probably in the last couple of months, but you know, my wife likes this shit. So it's like, and the Rolex guy will text me out of the blue, will text me on the anniversary that I bought my watch. Like, When's the last time Topps has texted you guys? Like, and you're having petitions about them. They can't even get customer service right, guys. And now we need them to be audited? Like, you got to be kidding me.
Fucking joke.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Like, they can't even get the Superfractor, the one-of-one Superfractors right.
My point is, if you want to be treated right, stop buying trading cards. Go buy some Louis. Go buy a Rolex. And I guarantee you, a month later, the sales rep will text you and check on you and stroke you. Okay? So if you want to be treated right, go to brands that have a long litany of history of doing that. Topps does not. No card company has a long litany of customer service and treating people well. And that's part of that's part of where we come from this. Okay? And I'm not saying this to like flex. It's kind of a joke, but it's not. The reason why I spend my money, my leisure money, okay? Like, I have cars, I have stuff I got to pay for, bills, okay? But I spend my leisure money way more on Louis Vuitton handbags and Rolex watches because they take care of me. I get emails. I get text messages. Louis Vuitton will send me, like, every year for Christmas, they send me like a gift. When I buy Louis stuff, in the bag is like 20 samples of their cologne that it's like $30 or $40 on eBay if you want to sell it. Like, they literally like give me stuff. Okay. And I don't have to spin a wheel. I gave you one. I don't have to spin a wheel. I don't have to do a duck race. I don't have to sit through a 7-hour live stream. I literally walk into these stores. Ryan was with me the last time I was in these stores. I was in there for maybe 30 minutes. I spent maybe $5,000 or $6,000 and I'm done. I'm out the door.
Oh, wait. You didn't write a petition to how Louis Vuitton should get better and try to get wave your hands to their CEO, be like, Mr. Louis Vuitton, fucking look at me. You didn't do that like this fucking dork did over here?
No.
Oh.
They treat me well. Okay. Like, your experience at a brand like this versus Topps is night and freaking day, guys. And again, I'm not saying this to get you to buy Louis bags or get you to buy Rolexes. I'm just giving you where I am coming from in this situation. I get treated very, very well at these companies, and I don't spend that much. Some of you guys spend way more on trading cards in like a week or two than I have all year with these brands. I get emails, I get text messages. And again, it's part of the sales process. I get it. They have Zendesk or whatever, and they're getting pinged. Hey, text your customer that spent $4,000 last week. I get it. Okay. Topps can't even do that. Your breaker should be doing this. Your breaker should be checking in on you every day. Yeah, you don't know true love until your AD checks on you. Yes. My AD loves me because I'll go in there and I'll buy jewelry and I'll walk out of the store and we'll never talk about a watch. And I'll do that 3 or 4 different times. And then when Rolex comes out with a watch or I've got some money together, I'll walk in there and say, hey, can I get the Submariner with the green bezel? And he's like, yeah, give me a week. Wire the money. Done. Okay. Like, that is how you do things. I am a big fan of brands. Ryan's on Instagram looking at models. I may or may not be, but I follow Louis Vuitton. I follow Rolex. I follow Audemars Piguet, Patek, all the top brands, Hermes. I follow them because I want to see what they're doing. I respect branding. You don't get it in trading cards. Sign a petition or whatever. Create these funny little videos. They're fantastic. So I don't know, Ryan.
I just just for the record and we want to cover the hobby. We don't want to impact change. Sometimes change can happen. We mentioned the $150,000 box that given away. We mentioned that our videos were used in court to get a restraining order against somebody. Sometimes it happens. There's probably other examples. It happens, but that's not our goal. And that's fine if that's your goal. But to expect me, to expect IH, to expect Hobby Shark, to expect Dan the Card Man, to expect anybody, Jeff, anybody, to follow your lead, and we need to try to everything you do has to be reforming the hobby. Like, that's just bizarre.
Yeah,
that's just absolutely fucking bizarre, in my opinion.
And to everybody else out there that thinks we need to be showing off our cards and, you know, showing love, you know, every card that we get, we've got to show a picture of it and show how much, you know, oh man, I love this hobby because I bought this card. Like, we do it enough here on the live stream, but I'm over that. I've bought and sold so many damn cards in my life. I'm over it. The only thing that has value is I was sitting there when Tiger Woods was putting at the 1999 PGA Championship, and he walked over and signed this for me. This is what I love. Jack Nicklaus opening a golf course in Patterson, California, and going in there and standing right next to him and getting him to sign it. Everything else, I don't know. I mean, it's not that exciting, honestly. The M&M,
you've seen how you get treated. Yeah, you've seen how you get treated in this hobby. They fucking they don't, you know, they can't even get the Superfractors right.
Well, that too, and then we get criticized. We have we probably have more right here than that guy has bought in his whole life in trading cards. And we get treated like we're second-class citizens. Here's all the cards you bought just in the last 20 days.
I have the total somewhere. It's about $6,000.
You spent $6,000. You know, most people don't make that in a month.
And I don't have any of these listed for sale. The only stuff I have listed for sale is what I bought on ComC and some of the cards on eBay. That's $5,000. I'm cute. Durant, he's probably somewhere 15, 20 minutes for me. I'm not selling that. We're not selling this M&M record. That's going to be worth a fortune someday. That's going to be worth a freaking fortune. When does he sign his autograph? This Bart Star card sold for $750 on eBay. That's literally the exact same one. Serial number, last four digits, 7699. You could go look it up on eBay. It quote sold for $750. I bought it for $462. This Montana, it says 4X Super Bowl champ GOAT. You think we're ever going to get rid of that? $684. I think we bought 7 Tom Brady rookies last week. We have 15 LeBron James jersey cards. And this is just stuff we've picked up recently. I mean, every dollar I make on ComC, I spend it. I put it right. I put it right back into somebody else's wallet.
Yeah.
And I just try to sell more cards, buy more cards, sell them, build up a huge account, hopefully at some point. And then maybe when the economy or sports cards come back, I'm set up in a prime situation, similar to when the boom happened. And I was able to sell a lot of cards on Check Out My Cards when the boom happened
when Jeff is telling you to buy Will Grier's, that's the time to sell. You know, and I actually think now's the time to buy cards. That's why I didn't have a stack of cards this tall this time last year, but the buying conditions have gotten better and better. And
way better. These cards this Durant autograph would have been way more. This Montana card would have been $1,500, $1,200.
Yeah. Yeah, it's nice.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
A lot of things have come down. No, the modern stuff I think is such a gamble. I mean, it's just it's part of the gambling aspect of the society. Along with
if that's what you want to do, I'm fine with that. But I think we should get on to questions because I got a night in for me here.
Okay.
Kevin O'Connor, 279, very loyal. Kevin Connor, very loyal contributor with the 279 Canadian. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. Rattle Pokemon checking in. How are the SCR boys? We're doing great. Rattle, just your videos, very inspiring. I think when I watch his video, I'm like, man, we don't go hard enough at these guys.
I know.
This guy destroys these guys.
Destroys people.
God damn, you guys are lucky he's not into sports cards because God, he
crushed you guys.
Is Heritage Auctions done? I don't know. I haven't. I don't know. What happened with Heritage Auctions? I have not. I have not. I'm on their site, looking at coins and stuff. I mean, that's the other thing. I mean, like I didn't pull out the safe of the coins that I have. I'm into coins. Like I spend and comic books. There's a big old wad of comic books back there too. I'm gonna have to get a new safe. I don't know. Rick, we'll cover that maybe next week. I'm not sure what's going on with them.
I don't know.
Sign my petition to get Tim, the producer, a raise from SCR. That might happen. That was fun.
Let's do it.
He might get more than 200 on
206.
that. Probably. PWCC is also down. That's a problem.
Yeah, they delayed their
Too bad there wasn't a website 4 or 5 years ago that was just calling out PWCC.
God, where was that? Who did that? Who did that?
I really
wait.
forget.
What was that website? What was that website? That this article probably has 50,000 views at least.
The FBI, I think, looked at that article.
Oh, the
right?
FBI was. Yeah, that's right.
That's
and you know what?
That's right.
These text messages where Brent was shill bidding, and God, what happened to Brent a couple years later? He got kicked off eBay for shill bidding. That's right.
eBay was on that page too. I think too. I wonder how they found all that out. Yeah.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah, we don't really do a lot for this hobby other than expose the biggest grifters and scanners. It's just that. Just clean up the shill bidding and the illegal activity. That's all we're trying to do.
Just briefly, speaking of hypocrisy, the real 27 guy, this family guy, I believe in God and all this bullshit. He came out with some kind of podcast where he was like, the shill bidding's bad, and he was talking about the Shay situation that we took the Shayway cards or whatever, and it's like, dude, you're doing a podcast sponsored by PWCC talking about shill bidding, and you don't talk about how their owner was caught shill bidding actually a trim Joe DiMaggio card. That's a whole ironic thing about it. He was literally shill bidding a fucking recolored Joe DiMaggio card. And then a few years later, they get kicked off eBay for shill bidding, and you're on a podcast sponsored by them talking about. I mean, it's just some of these guys, they just think their shit doesn't stink.
A lot of
this is on low end. This is on low end cards, by the way. I'll drop the link in the chat if you want to check this out. He's done a couple parts on this, but it's just God, these guys are fucking so scummy.
I think they just got in when Jeff Wilson told them to buy. A lot of these guys literally didn't start buying cards until when Jeff had his second PPP loan. Like that's when they started buying. So they don't know the history. They don't have the baggage that we do. Like we've been around for a long time. Logan Ward thought this was the Travis Kelce Hall of Famer. Excuse me. Hall of Famer.
Logan Ward.
I'll remember that. Maybe changes order. I'll just remember it next time. Sorry, Logan. Hall of Famer Logan Ward said I thought this was the Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift channel. I mean, if Taylor wants to come over, I mean, we'd end the stream right away. Billy Townsend, find any good deals this week? Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the Trump is cool, but I mean, I'm not bidding on Oprah. She burned down Maui. We'll get demonetized now, but I mean, that's not a great deal, but it's not. I don't know. Answer your question, Billy. Nothing. I would say like that Eminem record that we got last week was pretty strong. $500 for a Tiger autograph is not too bad either. I don't think. Tiger's got his new series after the college national championship. He's got an indoor series with Rory coming, so I think that'll raise.
Speaking of Travis Kelce, $250 for a PSA 10 score rookie 2013. I mean, this is like one of the worst draft classes of all time. He looks like he saved it. I actually was at the rookie premiere this year. I probably saw him.
I have the picture back here. I'm gonna bring it. I'll bring it.
I don't know if he was there. I don't know.
Oh, he wasn't there.
I don't know if he was there. I don't remember offhand seeing it. He wasn't dating Taylor Swift at the time, but this is a strong, obviously a very, very strong price. His cards have obviously shot up through the roof since his little intermingling with Miss T Swizzle.
Makes sense. I mean, just a casual drop there, Ryan, at the rookie premiere 10 years ago. Again, when most of these guys were still trying to figure out what gender they are. Ryan was at the rookie premiere. Nick Rinaldi, $2. Thank you so much, sir. Also another loyal contributor. Sports Card Investing for Dummies. Chapter 1, PPP loan. Yeah, he
has a book.
There's a book now.
Where is it at?
We should buy it, or he should send us a signed copy.
No, yeah, exactly. Where's our fucking signed
attorney?
copy?
I'm sure his attorneys are watching. If you could get Jeff to send us a signed copy, we'd greatly appreciate that.
Where's this book, dude? Like, why don't you have a link to your book on the fucking homepage?
Really missed SCR last week. Rabbit, thank you. We were on the road in beautiful Southern California. I'm Lotus. TY, thank you. Imagine how many viewers you would get if you were ripping us off. Exactly. Probably be 10 times as many. There it is. $24.99 at Target.
Pre-order. Oh, it's pre-order.
Oh,
it's not
so
till
it's not
next
out
year. Oh, okay, it's not out yet.
Sports car. Is that a real dummies book, or is he like it probably is. Yeah, okay. There you go. Learning these with Jeff, Ben Burrows, and Tyler
Nethercutt.
There we go. There you go, guys. Just get a PPP loan and you'll be investing like a pro. Dippin' Dot shirt is dope. That's a Dippin' Daniel, baby. That's a Daniel.
Little throwback.
Tim meeting us in Vegas. That'd be fantastic. It's the
Let's
first.
do it.
Is it the first week or second week of Vegas? I think it's the second week when the CES happens. So when CES is going off, we'll be in Vegas. Tim says he just became an assistant coach to volleyball hopefuls. Talking details tomorrow. There we go.
Clap it up, baby. Clap it up.
If it's the female team, then Ryan would definitely like to go to a practice.
I'm not in shape for that. I ain't in shape for that.
That's okay. The Olympic athletes don't make a lot of money. Impact. What was this hobby like 5 years ago? I mean, we could go on and on and on. Hobby was. I feel like the hobby was similar to where it is today. Things aren't things are more expensive, but they're not as wildly overpriced as they were a couple years ago. So, but you had the same shady stuff going on, just less people cared. John Winkler. So now you have to pay him a Patreon membership to get in, and then, but packs to win a case, double dipping on the money. So you have to buy Is this Jab? Do you think this is Jab?
Hey,
or is this?
I blew it. Jab's family emailed us and sent us a long email after the show, and so we'll do that on the next one. We'll share the email.
Nice. Okay,
That's a tease. That's a tease for next time. So be sure. Okay. It's like a 5-paragraph one, guys.
Oh,
God. And I think I only skimmed it, but I think the wife's mentioned, the dog's mentioned. So we're gonna get, like, literally, if you want the Jabs update, you're gonna come to one place. You're gonna come to one. That's why I joined his Patreon, because now we got the exclusive on Jabs. So next week,
you got the direct line with Jabs now.
That's the direct line. The $5 a month is paying its dividends.
You were showing him some compassion last week, so it doesn't surprise me. So yeah, next week, guys, 5:30 p.m. Pacific, 8:30 Eastern times, the Jabs family update here on Sports Card Radio. I don't know if that's who John was talking about, but that's who came to mind when we were talking about Patreon and double dipping. Well, other than Daniel and what's his name? Gilmore. What's his name? Can't remember his name. I don't know.
Chris Gilmore. Chris
Gilmore. When you're talking about dipping, that's who I think about. Steve Splenda coming in with just another example of why not to trust a card influencers whose vlogs their face more than the cards. Beta. Yeah, I couldn't say it better myself. The guys, yeah.
Look at this. Eating in and out. Like, he's got gray hair. Like, he's not that young. I mean, I don't like, dude, what are you doing?
I don't know. I think that's premature.
What are you guys doing?
I mean, that's why he can't get any pussy. He's premature gray. And he cares.
Damn.
I mean, this glass is a little big too. Appreciate you guys. Thank you, Cardboard Life, and for all the memes on.
Oh my God!
I gotta get on
Cardboard Life. If I saw this dude in person, like, I would fanboy him. I would like run up to him and be like, oh shit. It's literally like, I don't follow no accounts on. I like barely a couple people that I know or that I've DM'd or whatever. I don't follow none of the accounts. This dude, I swear to God, he'll put like memes up and there'll be like 6 or 7 of them, and that shit just has me dying, like just like cracking up laughing. Like, I keep waiting for me to be in one of these things, but it's just like, oh my God, it's just hell.
I think we need to start putting bounties on this kind of stuff, like actually like paying for it. Like, have like, how people have like a buy list. You have like a buy list on. It's like juicy details about 10,000 plus follower Instagram. We'll give you 100.
That's a great idea.
A meme that goes viral, we'll give you $20. You know what I mean? Like, we'll actually start paying for some of this stuff.
It's a good idea.
We need some volleyball cards. That's
you're dang right.
Yeah. Go to Hermosa Beach and probably get arrested if you start taking pictures, but you definitely could see some stuff. Wait till tomorrow's petition meme. So there you go, Ryan.
Yeah.
Eric Whiteback wondering if he's allowed in here. Yeah, I think he is. People have got a problem with this guy. I'm not. Like,
he's an aggregator. Yeah, I don't. He's an aggregator, and
some people, like we kind of do the same thing. We'll take a.
We do the same thing.
Like,
well, look at this aggregation. These checklists are just a fucking aggregation. You know? What I mean?
we made like $1 million doing that. So I'm not. I know he rubs some people wrong way. I don't have a problem with it. Honestly. I don't have a problem. Jay Cyrus with the $2.
Oh wait. Just for full disclosure, he did get a PPP loan. So just
equal opportunity shot taker. Lucas Factor. This dude's bitching about sports card negativity. Make a GIF of negativity. Talk about some self-righteous bullshit. Yeah, I think he said Lucas said it better than me. This is like a really self-righteous last couple of posts that this guy's had, where it's like he's complaining about us talking crap on the positivity crowd, and then he does the same thing to the negativity crowd. Like, I don't know. I mean, I think there's other ways to go about it, but again, we're talking about him, so I think it was actually an effective strategy. Dan the Card Man, I think he got what he wanted. Eyes to the petition. That's right. Hopefully we can get him up to that 500. Can't get 500 likes on his post.
He hasn't gotten.
How can you get 500 signatures? Nothing yet. That's a bummer. So it's a tough one. Yeah. Guys, let's layer on more regulation onto the card world and make it even more expensive. And sign that petition. Yeah. And while you're at it, sign the petition to close half the refineries in the United States in the name of climate change. So gas goes to $12 a gallon. Guys, let's do that right away. Now. I mean, that's what that petition is basically saying. Starting a petition to get Betsy Higgins to start an OnlyFans. Ryan, would you? I know you signed up for Jab's Patreon. Would you sign up for Betsy's OnlyFans if she had one?
Shit, I'd not only sign up if she needs a guest appearance or she needs a fucking little something in there. Your boy would be sliding in.
Can't say I've frequented. Bryce, you should invite them on a live. You are all entertaining, a lot of real talk. I watch you all, and many you discuss on the show. I think folks take issues with the truth. That's how the truth relates directly to them in life. Hope your community continues to thrive. Cheers, Jen. Thank you, Bryce.
Thank you.
And I'm for open discussion. I think there needs to be more of that. God, this is so much better than the NFL game right now. Keep it fired up. Thank you, C. Joseph.
It's a 2-score game with the.
I don't
like the Redskins driving. So don't leave the football game quite yet, because they could get a touchdown here, and it's kind of right. And we got Justin Fields on the other side, so you never know what's going to happen with him.
A couple turnovers. C. Joseph alone with the $1.99, also saying, Dippin' Dots pussy, Eephus or whatever. I don't know how to say that guy's name. Thank you, C. Joseph Malone. Appreciate your comments and the $1.99. John Winkler, also very loyal. The $1.99. Jab's back with the Box Wars on Patreon now. Ryan, were you invited to the break? Did you get in?
Because I'm in the Patreon, so yeah, I could look at the cards are stuck together. These ones are so old. But no, I mean, I don't do breaks, so I'm only in it to just, figure out about our boy Jabs. And like I said, next week we've got the 5-paragraph that I'll break down and probably share the whole thing anyway. So look forward to that.
Mr. Whiteback says we should chat sometime. I'm going to send you guys a DM. So if you get a DM, sure. Ryan,
let's do it.
We'll do it. John Winkler, did Jabs ban you from his Patreon? He banned.
No,
wow.
He banned John. Oh, he did. Oh, that's too bad. Quite the opposite.
Maybe you can get him reinstated.
Yeah, maybe I will. John, if you want back in, I don't know if you want back in, but if you do want back in, let me know. sportscardshow@gmail.com. I'll fucking send an email to Jabs. Be like, let my boy John Winkler back in. So it's dead serious. If you want, I don't know if you want back in, but if you want back in,
he wants to. I don't know. Maybe not.
Let me know and I'll get you back
in.
Maybe I'll try to. There's us doing something for the hobby. There's us, like proactive. Hey, there's some,
getting people back into Jab's family's grift. You're just like feeding the grift. Yeah, we're really fucking impacting the hobby over here.
He said he wants back in.
He wants in. Okay. All right.
John, let me
He
take
wants
a
back in.
note. I'm gonna take a note of his name, and I'm literally I'll respond to Jabs.
Well, yeah. See if he remembers the offense, the violating offense that got him
All right.
suspended. And if we don't have to reveal that on air, but Jabs hates me. I called him. Oh, I see. So John's
Hey, but
admitting it
we
here.
could
I
let
called him.
bygones be gone.
You know,
Okay.
yeah.
Hey, we could maybe we'll
For
if he wants
$5
back
a
in-
month, you guys can call me whatever you
Yeah.
want.
Let's start our own Patreon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, I'm doing okay, but for $5 a month, guys, you can say whatever the hell you want about me. I mean, you could do it either way, but certainly if you pay me $5 a month, good Lord, you could do whatever you want. So oh man, I think we had a lot of fun tonight. It is almost 2 hours in. I do have some work I got to get to here. Thank you all for tuning in. The chat was particularly funny tonight. I mean, it always is, but I found myself laughing numerous times. And that's what we're trying to do here, guys. Some of the topics we do talk about are kind of serious, or we act like we're pretty serious about it. But at the end of the day, we're on here laughing and having a good time. I know a lot of you guys have the Thursday night game up and things like that. And so I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I hope all your guys' collections are going well. We are going to try to clean up this hobby from a shill baiting perspective, from just a grifter perspective, and all this other stuff. Even though Ryan's buying into now these guys' Patreon grift, we are trying to clean that up to a certain degree as well. And look, we're not on here flexing our stuff. Okay. We're not on your, posting pictures of all the stuff that we have. That's not, and just because we have stuff that we collect doesn't mean we can't call this stuff out. And so I actually think it puts us in a unique position, the fact that we can. And until Michael Rubin sends us, a pretty large check, and pretty large is, depends on what day of the week, we're still going to call it how we see it. But the minute he sends over that large check for a big equity stake in Sports Card Radio, we'll start pumping this stuff and being a part of the positivity crew. But until I get a check, and most of these guys actually haven't gotten a check. God bless you if you're out there and you gotten a check from one of these companies and you're part of the positivity crowd. If you're part of the positivity crowd and you haven't gotten a dime, like, I'm sorry, like, you're doing it all wrong. Like, get your bag first and then start being the positivity crew. But thank you all for tuning in. Ryan, any final words for the faithful that have stuck around?
No, I saw our boy Jason out in front of his office the other day. One of the twins, and this is out in Hollywood. And I didn't say anything to him once because he wasn't a member of Pearl Jam, and he also wasn't this Cardboard Life. So I didn't go up to him and fanboy him, but I did see one of the twins out. I was staying around the corner from their office in Hollywood. I also went by the old.
I have a photo on my camera roll here that's some people in the chat are gonna like. But there's your boy.
Oh, who's that? Kellyanne? Oh,
Kellyanne
that's our girl,
Conway.
Kellyanne. How does she look in person? Is she milfy, or what are we looking at?
Here's a couple things about Kelly.
Can you answer that?
So I'm sitting at a bar at a swanky hotel in Los Angeles and having a drink. And someone next to me kind of puts their hands at the bar, and I notice a very, very beautiful ring, not like a wedding ring or an engagement ring, but just a beautiful kind of like butterfly kind of ornament ring. I was like, wow, that's a nice ring. And I kind of look, and it was Kellyanne Conway. I had to triple take. I was like, whoa, is that her? And I was like, oh, it really is her. And then there was all these people because the presidential debates were a night later in Southern California, and I was at the nicest hotel in Southern California. And so everybody was staying there or whatever. What I can confirm about Kellyanne Conway, I think she's married, but I did not see a wedding ring. So that was interesting.
Ooh,
and
wow.
she's incredibly friendly. And her and I had maybe a 4 or 5 minute conversation. Incredibly friendly, asked questions, just very nice. I believe that was her daughter there with her too.
That looks like ASU girl. Yeah.
So she was there as well. So, but got a picture with Kellyanne, and some people might appreciate that. She's not married; they're divorced. Okay, I didn't know if they were still. Yeah. Some people might not, but I was happy
Yeah.
to see.
Well, the lawyer guy, the lawyer guy, who's it's funny. Yeah, he actually publicly like trashes Trump on Twitter.
know,
and then
yeah.
Kelly. It's such a weird dynamic. Like we
Yeah.
need a documentary on this relationship right here, like for sure.
Yeah. But yep. So that was last week. I think it was Tuesday last week or something. Tuesday, Wednesday. But that's about it, folks. We will be back next week. Hopefully, win that Trump autograph, and hopefully Ryan has a good time at the show. And we'll see what happens. And the big tease is we will have Jab's family update next week. So we will have record ratings as we cover Jab's family next Thursday. Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you all, especially on the East Coast, 10:30 Eastern time, 7:30 Pacific. We'll be back some other time, some other place. But for now, we're out of here.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
B-side on the beat.
What's going on with that PPP? You done a lot of talking, not a lot to see. Up in the millions like 2.3, but Jeff got it all, getting off scot-free. Try to talk tips like we talking about stock, but you're talking about men printed on called stock. When you open your mouth, I take it with a grain of salt, cause the market's down and you're a clown, it's all your fault. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. Did you dip, Jeff? I think you dipped, Jeff. What you talking about? I don't think you dipped yet. Willie's doing shady shit like the GOBs, like his whole failed thing with them NFTs, taking money from the people to pay. Most of them are broke, but that's okay, he's getting money. Even better, tax-free, loving all the stimulus from PPP. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit. Jeff Wilson, Jeff Wilson. You ruin the hobby I love with your bullshit.
That cut quick. Peace out.